sometimes those closest to you that you think are going to support you the most, they don't. And this is why that's okay. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. My name is Oniara and I talk everything self-mastery, personal development, and just everyday life experiences and how you can take the lessons from those experiences to live a more purposeful, fulfilling, and magical life. Today, I'm here to talk to you about why it's okay when those people that you thought were closest to you, or those people that you thought were going to be the first ones to support you in this new journey, in this new venture, in whatever it is that you're doing right now, whether again it's a new career, a new hobby, a new business, a new position, whatever it is, and you feel like those new closest to you are not supporting you. And this video is on why that's okay, and how you don't need anybody's validation. And let's start by, a lot of people can't see your vision, because that's why it's your vision. That's why it's your thing. It was given to you so that you can bring it to life. That's why only you can see it, only you can understand it. So some people just don't understand it. So I wanted to come and make this video today because I feel like I had this experience recently where my expectations made me take like a situation personally, and at the same time my self-awareness was able to bring me to a place of gratitude, because God is always guiding me and always has me exactly where I need to be at the time that I need to be there. And so I'll share this story with you on not to get too specific. I have a friend. We go to this thing together, and it's like a big deal to me. This thing is a big deal to me, and I've been trying to make it to one of these specific events, and I saw that we got an email about it, and last time when I tried to make it, it completely filled up and I couldn't make it in. When I saw that there was another event coming, I went onto the page, I did like the application and all of this stuff, and I went straight to text my friend, and I was like, oh my god, this is happening, oh my god, you should go and do it right now, you have to go do it, remember, it fills up really quick. And then they tell me, oh my god, I already saw it, I was going to let you know after I did this thing. And honestly, like right in the moment, I was kind of hurt. Like I was kind of hurt because the people that know me know that this is a very important experience for me, like a very, very important experience for me. So in that moment, I was like, damn, like I would have, again, expectations, right? I would have expected you to actually be, that would have been the first thing you did after you did the application, because you know how important it is to me. And so again, I know people have their lives going on. I know something could have came up and they could have just forgotten, all of this stuff, anything could have happened, but in that moment, I really felt like hurt and betrayed. And I didn't really let this person know that, because again, it was my story in that moment, and the only thing that I can control in my life is my perspective and how I'm experiencing. And so it's not my problem what anybody else is doing and their intentions or whatever. That's up to them, and it's not going to change my life in any way. And that is exactly what I'm going to. And so in that moment, I was kind of hurt. I took it a little personally, because again, I was telling myself this story that they should have told me, because they know how important this is for me. Okay, so again, this is my story, regardless of their circumstances in that moment, whatever happened, all of this stuff, right? And then right in that moment when I'm telling myself that, I'm like, damn, but you know what's actually like miraculously beautiful? That no matter what, like God guided me, because the way that I found out was actually not in a very usual way. I checked one of my email folders, like spam, that I never check, because I was looking for something else that's important to me, and I see this. So for me, it was like in that moment of like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't have to expect anything from others, because God will always be providing for you. God will always put you in the right place at the right time. Just by putting me in that spam folder while I was looking for something else, a very important email, and I see this because it's also very important for me. And God was like, here it is. You might have not seen it. And so for me, it was just such a magical moment in my life because, you know, I had another experience today where I've been continuously doing this goal, and a very close friend of mine knows that I'm working on this goal. And I know that they are always seeing my progress and all of this, but I don't see any kind of support. And it is something that I noticed because they are my close friend, because it is someone that I share intimate things and private things. And I am a very private person. As much as I love to share, I am a very private person. And so these people that I share intimate things with, and I share things with, and things like this happen, you know, again, it's not just about, hey, I'm looking at the story that I'm telling myself. I'm changing my perspective so that I don't hold any grudge or any resentment towards these people, because again, everybody has their own path. Everybody's going through exactly what they need to go through. But I do remember these things. I do remember these things for future reference for myself, because you know what? I do consider myself an amazing friend, and I want that reciprocated to me. So those friendships that show me that, those are things that I remember. And you know what? It's not about, oh, I'm going to have this list of all the bad things that this person does, and then I'm just going to like one day drop them because all of these bad things. But it's really just about, it's important to be surrounded by people that remember you. And, you know, they are going to be mentioning your name where you need to be mentioned, in the sense of, because there's opportunity there for you, and they're going to support you in whatever way they can, as many times as they can. So that's what I see friendship as, because I believe that that's how I am. And so when things like this happen again with my intimate friendships, I really just kind of take note of that, you know? So yeah. So this is just to show like, or this is just to give you an example of my own experience, where I've experienced having close friendships around me and not feeling supported by them in my journey, in my growth, and how it's okay, and it's not their job, and they have their own life, and they have their own problems, and they have their own challenges, and they have their own growth to grow through. So they might not even be like thinking about you or even noticing these things. And that's what's important, to notice your story and flip the perspective so that you don't get hooked on that stuff. But yeah, definitely stuff to notice. And again, there's also going to be moments when you realize like your family is not supportive of your dreams, or is not supportive of the goals that you have. And this is also okay. Really, the work is in us. We can't change anybody. We can't make them see. We can't make them understand. And one day, maybe they see, maybe they don't. And really, our work is in accepting that we are exactly where we need to be. And it's okay if others don't understand. It's okay if others don't accept it. It's okay if others have a different perspective. It's okay if they don't support us. We will still support ourselves. You know, again, it's your work to support yourself, and to accept yourself, and to accept that others won't accept you, and that's okay. And it's okay because we all have different perspectives. We don't all have the same vision. We can't all see the vision that we each have in us, because that is why it's our vision, because we get to create, we have this vision so that we are able to bring this into the world. So not everybody's going to see your vision or understand it, and that's why that's okay. It's okay. You don't need them to understand it for you to continue to thrive, for you to continue to grow. But you do need to remember to accept that some people will not accept what the path that you have chosen. Some people will not like it, and that's okay. And you can continue your path, and you can continue doing you, and you can continue thriving and growing, and maybe someday they will support you. And you also don't have to change who you are. If you are one of those supportive friends, like I consider myself, don't change who you are because of the way that they're showing up in your life. So show up the way that you would want them to show up. Continue to show up the way that you would want them to show up. Support them as much as you can, whenever you can. And again, continue to be yourself, even if you take note of these interactions in your life. So I hope this served as a reminder that you don't need anybody's validation, and that it is okay if people don't understand what you're doing, if people don't support what you're doing. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and comment any questions or anything that you might like me to talk about specifically. And remember to subscribe for more content like this. I will see you next time.